Okay, hold that thought. I can't. Oh, stink. I was going to move that light. I was going to move that light, but it's plugged in behind the refrigerator, so I'm sorry. It's about as good as I can get you. Oh, look at my mess. Yeah, the kitchen is still a mess, but it's still a construction zone. So, one point, this chair is not going to be here anymore. I got tools all right here. I got a bin here of Christmas stuff in it. I don't know if I get around to decorating this afternoon or not. Um, yeah, I'm late. I'm late because you can blame Sandy Brock. I don't know if anybody else follows Sandy, but she raises sheep up in Ontario, Canada. And she has a completely different kind of setup than I have. Let me see if I can. I'll go back a little bit more. Okay. Yeah. And I mean, it's completely different than what I do. But um, that's okay. I'm still learning things. I find it's absolutely fascinating. Love it when she's lambing. Um, very stressful time for her. Right there. Anyway, um, so she posted a video this afternoon, or this, I don't know, about noonish, I guess, is when she usually comes out. Anyway, we had, there it is, hair. Um, we had gotten back from church and I had something I had to go take a look at. Um, and when I opened up my computer to see what was new while I was eating my lunch, there was a new video from Sandy Brock. Well, I have to watch it. So, unfortunately, I wasn't watching to see what time it was. So, I'm late because of Sandy. It's all her fault. I, uh, anyway, yeah, I'm going to be posting a video. If I get to it later today or tomorrow morning, but um, coming home from church at the top of the driveway, I noticed what looked like a pile of white feathers. I said, okay, great. I did not notice it when we left this morning. It doesn't mean it wasn't there, but I just didn't notice it. So I stopped the truck, got out, took a look. It was not white feathers. Um, it was white fur. Um, no, it wasn't Shiba's fur. Because upon further inspection, there was a hide there. There was no bones, no flesh, just a hide. Um, and I don't know if it was a deer hide that someone had got it and took the hide off the deer, which is like they don't usually do that. When a hunter gets a deer, they'll field dress it, and then they take it out and they either have it a butcher cut it up or they'll do it themselves. But they usually keep the hide on it until they actually do the processing. So unless somebody did process the deer themselves and then just chuck the remnants out into the woods. But the thing is, if they had done that, there would have been bones, I would think leg bones or something. And I know Sheba would have brought leg bones back. And it wouldn't be the first time she brought a piece of a deer back. Um, she finds things out and about and she'll bring them back. Never know what she's going to haul back. Um, so, anyway, so I took a video of the hide and I want to see if anybody recognizes it. Because I thought it was a little bit on the dark side for a deer. It just didn't look right for a deer to me. Now, granted, I haven't had a lot of experience with deer hide. Um, I guess it could have been. It was pretty thick. Um, but my other thought was that it might be a coyote. Um, I know that my neighbor has taken pot shots at coyotes before. Um, and I don't know. I might pop over there later and see if he has, if he shot a coyote recently, and see if it could be coyote hide. I don't know. But anyway, um, I'm not sure. But anyways, that's the top of the driveway, and I'll post a video and see what you all think. If you think it was a deer hide or a coyote hide or something else. I mean, those are the only two things I can think of. Or it could be a dog. Well, coyote is canine, but it's definitely not a raccoon. Yeah, it's definitely not a raccoon because there's too much hide there for a raccoon, I believe. I just, no, I'm pretty sure it's not a raccoon. Um, but I mean, people do hunt raccoons around here, but um, there's not that much. I think the raccoon population is fairly low around here. They're not extinct, but it's pretty low. Um, so anyway, I'll post that video later. If not today, I'll post it tomorrow, and see what y'all think. So this week, I tell you, I am so close to getting this kitchen done. Um, you saw me the third time's a charm video, and it was a chore just getting that hole drilled, and I could not close off the rest of that wall until I drilled that hole and fed that wire down. So that's done, and now I'm in the process of putting the boards on the wall. And once I get that finished, I got to put a couple of nailers up, and then I think I'm going to work over here on the other side of the wood stove, and I got a little bit up here to do. But it's like so close to being wrapped up that I can paint. Once I get the walls done, then I can paint. And it'll really brighten up this room a lot. So anyway, I'm getting really excited about having that done. And then I can start on the sink and try and get my nerve up to do the plumbing. I have to get under the cabin to do the drain pipe. And it means drilling out another hole in my floor. And that is always nerve wracking. It's like, I just, the idea of drilling a hole in the floor just like is very, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done. So it's like this place feels like it's starting to come together, and it's been a long time coming. A long time coming. Still waiting on the bank to give my husband his money. He had a check from Canada. It'll be the last. It was his very small account, retirement account that he had up there, a very small one. And anyway, waiting on that to come through just to exchange. It seems like they don't know what they're doing around here when it comes to that kind of thing. So anyway, and hopefully get the back porch done in January. I would have loved to have had it sooner, but the guys didn't have the time to have it. And since we're waiting so long for the money, I guess it's a good thing that they weren't able to do it before January. Um, Feel sorry for them because it's probably going to be cold when they do it. But at least it's just a quick 2-day job once they get it done, once they get to it. So that's something. And then once the back porch is done, my wash machine is going to be going there. And so I won't have to go to the laundromat anymore. Hopefully the wash machine still works because it's been out in the weather, but it's been in the box. It was covered with a tarp, but the tarp didn't protect it very well. The box is falling apart, I noticed. But hopefully it's going to be all right. But once that's done and I get the plumbing going, it's going to make a real difference around here. We'll save so much money on buying paper plates and plastic forks and going to the laundromat. And of course, I don't have a dryer. That's I don't know if I'll get one of those or not. Get the sun dryer, right? I just got to figure out where I'm going to put a clothesline. I'm not real sure yet, but we'll see. Maybe I'll figure it out once I get the back porch built. I got a mess back here. I got to clean up anyway. So, and so anyway, I did get I got the barrel for behind the goat barn fixed. The barrels, we get so much rain, and you see, I don't have an overflow set up. Man, I wish I did. But the barrels were overflowing, and they were dripping down onto the wood frame, and the one, I guess the wood wasn't as good a shape as I thought it was, and it just kind of rotted in the one corner, and it kind of gave way from the weight of the barrel. I mean, 55 gallons of water, how much does that weigh? It ain't not light, that's for sure. I was trying to figure out how I could get the barrel back up in position with it full of water, and I had no way of doing it. I do not have a jack. I tried to set up my come along. I couldn't get my come along to pull out. I don't know what I was doing wrong. So I gave up on that, and I figured, well, I'm just going to have to drain the barrels. I hated doing it. Oh, I hated doing that. But I had backup water if I needed it. So, and we did get some rain, I think, last night. So I have to check to see if we have rain in those barrels now. But I had filled the goat's water before I drained the barrels. So they were good for 2 nights. They don't drink a lot in the pen, but I mean, they can. We got water in the creek now. They can drink out of the creek. There's the water trough. I got the barrel that's underneath the leak in the gutters on the barn. There's one gutter area that leaks, so I've got a big black barrel underneath that catching that leak. So that gives me extra water. And now I've got the overflow tank that is full. I mean, full. The only tank that I have that is not full, well, I haven't checked this one back here in that corner, but I have a feeling it's full because it collects quite a bit of water. But this one on the front corner, it only collects a small segment of water. I mean, a roof section, just a small segment. And it's the one that collects the least amount of water. So that's not full yet. It's maybe a third full. That's just a backup. It's going to get hooked up when I get the back porch built. It'll get hooked up to collect water off of that, and it'll stay full. And I'll use that. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to run a line from that tank. I'm going to bury the line, hopefully. Yeah, we know how successful I was on that before. But hopefully I can bury it and run it to where the pump's going to be. And we'll see. We'll see. Best laid plans of mice and men, right? It takes time. It takes time. So anyway, oh, what else? So we got the barrels fixed behind the goat barn. They're set up. I would like to at some point put another brace on those front legs, and I may do that. We've got a couple of days of supposed to be dry weather, just 3 days worth. Still cloudy a bit. We had a brief glimpse of the sun this morning, and it's cloudy. But for the next 3 days, I think I'm going to have to concentrate on some firewood. I've got some long pieces that they're really too long for me to get into the stove. So I want to cut them in half, and it's just easier to handle when they're smaller too. And then some that are pretty thick, they probably need to be split. I have not tried the splitter yet that Dizzy brought me. Maybe this week I can do that. So between that and trying to get this kitchen finished, I think I'm going to save the painting for when we have, like I said, we got more bad weather coming in the end of the week. So I'll probably do painting then, and hopefully I've got enough paint to do this. I hope. I'll work my way around, start this wall by the front door, and then back here, paint that, and come around. And if I got enough paint, I'll do this wall right here and the one on the other side of the wood stove. Debating on whether or not to leave this one and the one by the wood stove, on the other side of the wood stove, the brown. I don't know. I see how it looks. But one thing I need to do that I haven't done yet, and before I get the wall completely covered over there, is I need to put nailers inside between the 2x4s so that I can put up hooks for our coats and stuff. It's not going to be a full closet, I don't think, but I'm going to have hooks up there, and just so we have some place to hang our coats and stuff. And I see, because the 2x4s, the studs and the walls are so far apart, I kind of need nailers up there for that. So that's what I'll do. I think I can probably get away with pallet wood. It doesn't have to be real thick stuff. Anything's better than just this flimsy wallboard that I got here. It's not even a quarter inch, I think. No, I think it's a 16th. So anyway, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. And we'll see how this back porch works out as to whether or not I move the freezer from the front porch to the back porch. Right now, it's almost completely full of meat. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. The other freezer, right now I have mostly milk in it. Yeah, that's another thing. I went to milk Daisy this morning, and she's had this sore on her one teeth. There's been a scab on it, and I've milked her, and there's not been any issues. It doesn't seem to be bothering her. I just left the scab alone. It hasn't come off or anything, and it didn't bleed into the milk. If it had, I would I wouldn't have kept the milk for us, but it was fine for the longest while. And then today, um, when I was washing her teeth, the scab came off, and it was bleeding, a good amount. And it's like, that's been there for weeks and it should have healed up by now. And I'm wondering if she's got a thorn or something stuck in there and it's preventing it from healing. So anyway, she was due to be dried off in a couple of weeks. So I figured, well, I guess I'm done milking because if that's not healing up, uh, and it could be from because I'm using a milking machine. Um, Maybe I should just not milk her and let her dry up, and she's going to be uncomfortable. I can tell you that for a couple days. But I'll keep tabs on her and make sure she's not in a lot of pain. You know, um, I can milk her out a little bit by hand, but I don't have the strength in my hands to be able to completely milk her out. So oftentimes, what I would do is I'd use the machine to get most of the milk, and then after I take the machine off, I milk her a little bit more by hand just to strip her out, and that milk will go to either Sheba or um, the cats or the chickens. It doesn't go to waste; it gets used. So, but I don't worry about filtration or anything for if I'm giving it to the animals. Um, but for when I take the milk for our use, I double filter it, and if there's anything that looks off, like I said, if she had a little blood in from her teeth, like if she had a scratch and I didn't catch it, and I noticed that there was blood in it, I didn't use it. That went to the animals. Okay. Um, but our milk that I use for us, it's as clean as I can possibly have it, um, and I double filter it. So, um, but anyway, other than that, it's been you know cold and wet. The wet part is gets a little bit dreary. Got to take the vitamin D, right? That helps a lot, especially when there's no sun. Um, but yeah, it's Kentucky. But anyway, so there's not too much else going on. I made arrangements with the guy that I get my chicken feed from. Um, he raises sheep, and I really, really wanted a lamb. When I say a lamb, okay, I'm not talking about the teeny tiny cutesy little bounty lambs. Okay, lamb is anything a year and under. Okay, so anyway, I want lamb. I like lamb. I enjoy eating lamb. Um, and I said to him that if I could find someone that could butcher it for me, do the killing and the eviscerating and whatnot, um, that I would be interested in buying the lamb from him. And said, yeah, I don't even need a full butcher job. I just need it quartered, so I can, it's a manageable size for me. I can do the rest of the cutting up. It's just that I can't do the whole animal. But if it's quartered, I can manage it. So, so anyway, he said he could probably handle doing that. He'd let me know because he was going to be doing one for himself anyway. So he's supposed to let me know. He didn't give me a timeline or anything, but I figure when it's going to be cold. So anyway, I am debating on whether or not um, it is worth doing the live streams anymore. Um, because I'll tell you, last weekend we had a turkey dinner at church, so I didn't get to do one last week. I did one the week before that, but I missed the week before that one. And the reason I missed the week before that one is because I was sitting here and I was watching the time. It's like, oh, I have time to watch a really quick video while I'm waiting. Um, and sitting here and I'm watching it, and then all of a sudden, I guess I must have dozed off because next thing I know, it was like 3 o'clock. It's like, oh man, I fell asleep. I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm not the kind of person that, sits in a chair and then falls asleep. I've never done that. But I guess I was tired. So anyway, I'm not all that good at staying with the schedule, especially around here. So I'm just debating on whether or not to even continue with the live streams. I don't get that many views. Um, and it's like everybody, people that watch, they kind of watch after the fact anyway, which is like a video. So should I bother even doing a live stream anymore? This is what I'm debating on it. Like if I had a whole big crowd of people coming on and they look forward to it, but I don't. I only have a couple people if I'm lucky. Now, you guys have to let me know what you feel. I mean, I can do a video as well as just put a video up and you guys make comments, and that's fine. Maybe do a live stream once a month or something like that, but let you guys know ahead of time or something. I don't know. But doing it one every week or so, I don't know. I'm just not sure. It doesn't seem to be quite a thing anymore like it used to be. So, oh, hi, Central Kentucky Prepper. I'm just getting ready to sign off. But anyway, did you enjoy that sunshine we had this morning? I think we had it for 20 minutes? Oh. But anyway, yeah, see if you recognize the you're on time for me. Yeah, that's right. That's right. For you tend to be a little bit on the later side. But, I got Sundays, especially this time of year, it's a little difficult. It's like 2:45, and I feed anywhere between 4 and 4:30. I kind of go by the sun, and if it's a dreary day, like it is right now, it was supposed to be sunny. But if it's a dreary day, sometimes I'll just put everybody to bed early. Make sure they have hay, and they're fine with that. This time of year, there's not a lot out there for them to eat, and sometimes they go back to the barn anyway. So I get the chores done, and I get inside, and we have our dinner, and just chill out this time of year. It's just kind of dreary. So, it's a bit much. If I do a live stream on Sunday afternoons, I don't really have time to do much else. What's sunshine? Haha. Yeah, right. Exactly. Hey, I got a text from my son this morning asking me if I wanted to trade our sunny, warm winter here in Kentucky for the Canadian winter. And I laughed. Do you have the other books in that series? I have one on raising dairy goats. That's the only other one I have. Which one was it that I looked at? It might have been the horse one that I looked at. That it really wasn't from my experience. It really wasn't that great, but yeah, the chicken one is good, and they've got a raising rabbits one I looked at. I was thinking about getting it, but I didn't get it. And then the only other one I have is the dairy goats. But they're a good resource to have on hand. If nothing else, it's not. Um, it's a reference book. But that is a good one. Goats and sheep is the others that I'm looking into. Yeah, okay. Um, well, the dairy goats I have, the meat goats I don't have. I looked at it. I don't know. It didn't really have everything in it that I wanted for the meat goats, but it would be an okay basic guide just to have on hand. Um, it's better than nothing. Um, Now I do have a meat goat handbook, and I was disappointed in that. Um, yeah, don't have too much else up there. The raising dairy goats. I have a meat goat book handbook, but that's not from that series. Um, and then you've got my chicken one. So the chicken one, as you can tell, it's been leafed through. I do kind of mark in my reference books on occasion, but yeah, they usually have them at Tractor Supply. So it's if you can't get a whole library full, those are a good starting point. And they have some pretty good information in them. So yeah, I like my highlighters. But if it's information that I think that I need to come back and be able to reference, yeah, I'll highlight that. Yeah. Yeah. I hope that didn't distract you too much from reading it. um, but yeah, and I was thinking the other day, um, I got a young rooster that he's like, I don't know, he's like acting weird. I don't know if he's coming down with something. And I was going to check that book and say, oh, I loaned it to Mark. um, but I don't know. He could just be getting beat up. I saw him getting scooted a couple times by another rooster. So I don't know. I'm keeping my eye on him. He's not showing any kind of obvious no discharge or anything like that. So um, I don't know. If he were a hen, I'd be wondering if he was egg bound, but it was a cheat guide. Well, I'm glad you found it useful anyway, if nothing else. Um, but yeah, they are, like I said, it's a good book to have on hand. So at some point, I want it back. You can get your own, but you guys got to have a starting point. Um, I was looking. You there? Okay. Sorry about that. My mouse moved on me. Okay. I was going through this book. So, because I may be getting a lamb. I don't know when. He didn't tell me when. Um, but he's going to quarter it for me, and then I got to do the cutting up part. Um, so I was looking at that. It's supposed to be a good book. Now I've got another butchering book up there that I'm going to compare the two and see what they say. I mean, it's like, it can't be that bad. Are we meeting this week or next? I believe it's the 21st. Okay. Yeah, I forgot my phone this morning. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it's the 21st. Yes, it's the 21st. Um, my son is having eye surgery this week. Well, I don't know if it's a surgery. It's okay. Thanks. You're welcome. Um, they're he's got scar tissue on his one eye, the one that was affected by the shingles, and they're going to try scraping the scar tissue off the cornea. Um, at the doctors down here, we're talking about doing a cornea transplant, and the doctor he's got up there, he was like humming and hawing, and he thought, well, we'll try scraping the scar tissue off. It's like, that does not sound too pleasant. So anyway, he's having that done on Wednesday. So hopefully it'll be a good outcome. I'm a little nervous about it, but that's what mothers are supposed to be. So yeah, the 21st. Oh, that's going to be crazy in town, isn't it? The Wednesday before Christmas. Oh, well, it's going to be a quiet Christmas for us, I think, but that's okay. We'll get things done anyway. I'll get things done. I'm hoping to actually decorate. I've got my Christmas decorations here. Let me see here. I'll give you a sampling. Let me see if I can get. I got two. That's the thing. You get a flat surface, and then everything gets. I just made a mess. I tell you. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, and there goes my mouse. My mouse is in the dog bed. What is that? Okay. What is that from? Pencil. Too much junk. Too much junk. New. And aside from a bunch of lights, this is one of my favorites. When my mother was alive, she used to get me Hallmark ornaments all the time. And this is one of my favorites. Oh no, it's missing its tail. I just realized that. Oh, here we go. It's missing its tail. Huh. And it's not in the box. Oh, that could have been last time I took it off the tree. Who knows? Maybe I had cats, so maybe. But that's one of my favorites she got me. I have to see if I can't figure out how to put a tail back on that poor horse. You lost Family Dollar. You lost Family Dollar in wow. Was it not doing the business or what? And you know, they just built a new they built the new Dollar General in Tyner, okay? And then they built another Dollar General on New 30. And now I think Sand Gaps was too close. Really? I wouldn't have thought. You know, like I said, you know, the new Dollar General in Tyner, then they got another new Dollar General on New 30, and now I just saw they're building a new Dollar General in Annville. And it's like, that's 3 brand new Dollar Generals in pretty close proximity. I mean, we do have there's a Family Dollar just across 30 from the new Dollar. Yeah, there's a Family Dollar, and it's just across from the new Dollar General. Now, I don't know if the Dollar General, if the Family Dollar has been affected by the new Dollar General or not, because they carry different things. So I don't know. problem I have with my Christmas ornaments is that they won't. I don't think they'll fit on our tree. And here's another one that my mother got me. It's definitely from my mother. It says branch office mail, because at the time when she got this for me, I was living in Canada. So I told Mom that we would get a Mexican restaurant when they moved out. She took me seriously. Oh no, seriously. There is a Mexican restaurant in Manchester. We've eaten there. We don't go very often. We've been there 2 or 3 times maybe since we moved down here. And I mean, it's decent. There's also, I have not been to it, but there's a Mexican restaurant in London. That's what happened all the time in Frankfurt. Oh man, they building Dollar Generals, or the restaurant would open up when you got there. So anyway, and I have no idea why this box is in my Christmas ornament box bin, whatever. It's empty. It's an empty box. I have no idea why it's in there. But anyway, I've got lots and lots of lights. So anyway, yeah, I got to see about doing some decorating. So it'll be the first time. I just got this bin of Christmas stuff. When Dizzy came down, she brought it because I had left it up in New Jersey. So, I mean, it wasn't a priority. I would have loved to have had it, but I had downsized all my Christmas stuff. So it all fit in one little tote. Well, not little, but still, it's a Rubbermaid tote. So restaurant. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I know there's one Mexican restaurant in London I have not been to, and there's one in Manchester that yes we've been to. We don't get out to eat very often these days. Usually, if we go out to eat, it's because I burnt dinner, which doesn't happen very often, and or I'm just so exhausted. And if we're eating out because I'm too tired to cook, I'm too tired to go to London or to Manchester. So we just go to the local restaurant here, which it's decent. I think it's decent food. It's not fancy highfalutin stuff. It's down home kind of cooking, and it works. If that restaurant goes belly up, I don't know what I'll do. There's there's a lot of little rinky-dink things around here. Mom and pop convenience store type of things. What is it? They have like the Brothers Pizza. It seems like every one of the gas stations around here do the Brothers Pizzas. And some of them have fried chicken, I think. Not a whole lot of stuff. We got a store close to us. It was too hot to cook, and I just wanted a cold sandwich, and I didn't have anything here at home to make one with. I should be in Manchester Saturday. Found a church there. Oh yeah, fingers crossed I don't run into my ex. Oh man, well, if you're going to run into her in church, there's I don't know what kind of church you like to go to, but I can honestly tell you, is that there is no shortage of churches in Kentucky. That is one thing we noticed when we moved here from New Jersey. It's like there's churches all over the place. So you got lots of variety. I don't think she'll be at the church. Oh, okay. So anyway, that's quite a distance for you to have to go. There wasn't anything closer, huh? I mean, we're fortunate that church we go to is like less than 5 minutes from home, so um, that's pretty convenient. Um, but anyway, I really need to get off of this computer and get some work done. I got to get some wallboard into the house so I can finish this wall up, and I got to see if I can find. I should have a couple of pieces of wood somewhere that I can use as uh, nailers for in between the wall studs so I can put the hooks up. She's just born and raised in Eastern Kentucky, so she's liable to shoot me. Okay. Well, if it's going to happen, yeah, I can understand that. Oh, man. Do you deserve it? Okay, I'm going to behave. I'm going to behave. I'm not going to ask any more questions. But anyway, so when are you going to get that chicken coop built? You should. You got some ideas in that book, I'm sure. You got. Let me see here. Maybe spring. Oh, okay. Well, are you going to try and get chicks from Tractor Supply, or are you going to order them from a hatchery, or you're going to see if I have any? Or I'm hoping I can get my incubator up and running by February. I'm hoping. Um, we'll see, and hopefully it still works because I haven't used it for a couple of years. Um, where else can I get some? Well, Tractor Supply is the one who sells them around here. I don't know if any of the other feed stores down here get into carrying chicks or not. There are sometimes people will advertise on Doll and Deal. They have chicks. Of course, there's your hatcheries, mail order. Murray McMurray. What are the other ones? I can't think off the top of my head. There's Murray McMurray, and there's another one. I don't remember, but sometimes there's people that advertise they have chicks on Doll and Deal and whatever. Trying to avoid Tractor Supply after the thing in Waco. Oh, yeah, I'm not real clear on that. It seems that might have been a local thing. I didn't really follow everything it was on, but I guess there was some kind of dispute on YouTube between two YouTubers, and the one kind of called the other one a liar. And it's like, okay. And I heard his video, and I know exactly who he was talking about. And yeah, he did. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I really don't know that much about it, but I kind of got the impression from the other person that it was more of a local kind of thing. And I mean, yeah, I disagree with it, but local, that's up to local people to deal with. But anyway, I don't do a lot in Tractor Supply. I get my alfalfa pellets there. To text it to you might get you a strike if I message on here. Yeah, I got to be careful around. Yeah, YouTube. I'll tell you, we need somebody to buy YouTube that is into free speech. But anyway, yeah, there's if I'm successful in getting my incubator up, I may have some. No doubt, yeah. So, but yeah, I try to get a lot of my stuff from like Berkman's. I do pretty good at Berkman's. There's also Benji's. They have stuff. The only thing I get at Tractor Supply really is the alfalfa pellets, and that's because those are the ones that my goats prefer. I got alfalfa pellets from Berkman's once, and they just didn't seem too interested in them. They like the ones I get from Tractor Supply better. So that's the only thing I get there. I should probably try Berkman's again, and see if maybe they changed it at all. But my the chicken feed, I'll tell you something. When it comes to chicken feed, unless you're going to try and feed them from your table, um, the best I've found so far. I know it's not organic, and I don't even know if it's non-GMO, but the chickens seem to do well on it, and that's the stuff I get from my feed guy. I'll tell you about him when we meet on Wednesday, a week and a half. Hey, if Royal King is, I don't know where Royal King is. I guess it's probably close to you. I heard there was one on the other side of this county, on the other side of you from me. I don't know where it is. Never been. Um, I hear they're pretty decent. If you got one that's within decent distance to you, Winchester. Okay. Um, I said I know pretty much this side. I don't know too much the other side. Um, but there's not too much in Manchester, as I recall. There really isn't. Um, I mean, you'd think that Manchester would be a really big place, but it's not. It's pretty rinky dink. Um, they do have a McDonald's and a Wendy's and what's it called? Silver John's or John Silver, something like that. It's on the other side of Richmond. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never been, except for when I'm leaving the state. I've never been on the other side of Richmond. Um, so I've been to Richmond, and I have been to Lexington. Not in a huge hurry to go there again. I've been there twice. The second time, I accidentally left a jacket that had been my mother's that I really liked and fit me good. I actually left it behind and in a doctor's office, and they were supposed to bring it with them. Somebody was supposed to bring it with them down to London, and they never did. And so I lost a perfectly good coat that fit me really nice, and I liked it, and it was my mother's. So anyway, I'm not too keen on Lexington. If I can avoid Lexington, I will. Well, I did go up to Lexington to get the IBC totes, but that wasn't actually in Lexington. It was outside of Lexington. So I don't know. Does that count? um, but yeah. Hopefully, once we get this truck completely fixed, it's got to go in the shop tomorrow. It's supposed to have the ball joints fixed. Mechanic said that the ball joints were going. Um, so, and hopefully, he also takes care of the ABS sensor. There's an ABS sensor on the driver's side, front driver's side, that snapped in two. It's not working very well with the snapped in two. So once he gets that fixed, then hopefully the ABS brakes will work again, and I will feel a little bit better about driving in wet weather. We're so used to the ABS braking systems anymore that we don't know how to brake properly without it. I'm getting 30-gallon drums from Lexington Container now. Oh, they're brand new for $30 each. Oh, that's a good deal. That's not bad. Brand new. I was debating on whether or not to get another IBC tote the next time you go up that way, but right now I can't do it. Maybe after we get this back porch built, I don't know. We'll see. What doesn't hurt to have extra storage tanks, right? I don't think I need any more blue barrels. I've got two back here that I haven't moved yet. I've got one on the front that's supposed to go down, and I'm supposed to be hooking that up for the buck barn. I just got to get the wood for building the stand. and I got to make sure it's good wood this time. So, and that I need pressure treated 4x4 for the legs. I got to take mine in this week for brakes. Yeah, that's one thing you kind of really need to have taken care of around here. That's for sure. Yeah, you don't want your brakes to go out on you around here. That's for sure. Anyways, I need to go because I'm not getting anything done sitting here, and you know what that's all like. Um, but anyways, I will talk to you later, Mark. And enjoy the rest of the day. Behave yourself. All right. I'll talk to you later. Change my front wheels and discovered that I only had half a rotor. That's not good. Oh, anyways, I'll talk more to you when I see you, okay? Talk to you later, Mark.